Currently at my parents' house visiting for Christmas, and I got a text message, or specifically a Instagram direct message. Depends on whatever you want to call it. I got a message basically from one of you guys, one of my subscribers. This specific subscriber has been there since pretty much day one, commenting on literally everything that I could ever post, which is literally everything because I have ADHD. But they asked me to draw this. My issue is, of course, I would love to draw this, but I haven't drawn in probably about 2 years. I used to get a lot of awards in high school. After high school, I was entirely burnt out. I took AP art, and if anyone has ever taken AP art, they literally make you design like 24 pieces in like a semester. It's terrible. So I was entirely burnt out. I haven't done art since like my junior year of high school, and to put it in perspective, I am now a sophomore in college. So it's been a while. I have no idea how to draw anymore, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm gonna have to figure out how to draw again. Hopefully be able to draw again. It's not gonna be anywhere near. I'll put up some like pictures on the screen of like the stuff that I used to draw. I wasn't the best, but I definitely was better than I am right now. I probably could barely draw a stick figure. I guess we'll see if that works. And then we'll go ahead and start drawing. But first, I'm heading back to college. I've got 2 days until I'm going back to college, so I need to go get tested before I head back. It's not a requirement, but I would prefer not to be that kid, you know? So, we're gonna go get tested. You ready? You ready? And then my nose is gone. Should I put that in the video? Why am I? You're always a normal color and I'm just white. Look at me. Look at me. Like, it's like focus. Cute white girl. If you say every time it goes back to you, it goes back to me being white. Whatever. So like I said, I haven't drawn in quite a few years, and this is actually a really hard art project. So to help the process go a little bit easier, I'm going to relearn all of the basic steps of drawing. Maybe I'll start off with these guys. Everyone's been drawing them lately. Seems simple enough, right? I think I'm ready. I started by importing the main pictures that he wanted me to draw off of. I started by outlining the basic body shape that he wanted. After that, I started to try and figure out how I wanted to fit the face into the body, and I inevitably ended up scrapping my original idea of trying to morph what the face looked like because it just ended up looking really, really scary. I decided that I would just trace the shape of the head as well. Once I was happy with the shapes that I had created, I started to add some darker areas to the face. After that, I moved on and I started working on the body area and started adding those shadows in that area as well. After finishing those shadows, I decided to try and keep the golden blood that was in the original picture. It looks terrible. To make it feel like it was coming more together, I added a lighter tone of gray so that I could fill in the blank spaces. After that blank space had been filled, I decided that it really needed some highlights to make everything pop, so I started doing those on the body. At this point, I realized that the blood looks terrible in comparison to the rest of the body with all the details, so I started adding some more highlights and shadows to make it kind of pop. One of the requests that he had was that the eyeball from the original character showed through the skull on the new character, so I decided to start working on that. There wasn't much that I could do with this eye besides just add some shadows and make sure that it looked just as creepy as the original one. After I thought that I was finished, I realized that I was missing a key point, which is the dagger that is sitting on the skeleton's forehead. I decided to start with a base tone. I kind of stole some colors from the dagger itself by color dropping it because there isn't actually any preset gold in this app that I'm using, which is Adobe Draw. So I laid down like a base gold color, started adding some highlights and some dark, and I left it at that point because I wasn't quite sure what else I could do to it. At this point, I was just detail editing. I was adding shadows to the teeth, fixing up little errors that I saw as I zoomed out, and I really was happy with the product, so I decided to start adding a background and making it kind of a profile picture. I encountered quite a few problems where part of the drawing got cut out because there was white pieces on other layers, so I had to delete every layer to figure out which layer it was on so that I could erase that white piece instead of just, using a eraser like a normal person. But I eventually got it, and I think it turned out pretty alright. I was pretty happy with the product. After I'd finished the picture and I was happy with the product, I decided to send it over, and he actually really liked it, so I was pretty happy with it. But anyways, this was a really fun project. I had a lot of fun trying out just kind of a vlogging style as well during the beginning. So if you liked the video and you made it this far, give it a like, which is redundant, but it's fine. I will see you guys all later.